7:57 p.m.
Gotta turn down my jams. And then I need to check my eye tracker. Let's see. Do this. Do I have my eye tracker on? I don't. Okay. Okay. It's on now. Okay, good. Sorry about that. So I actually should take a picture of this because it's very good. And by very good, I mean very bad. But my eye tracking setup on my monitor, I have an older model of the Tobii bar that goes under your monitor or like at the base of your monitor. And I should have recalibrated it before starting to stream. I actually forgot. Oh wow, Zelly, you watched 33 hours of my stream this year? That's incredible. That's almost one full work week worth of stream. I appreciate that. That's really nice. So I was telling, actually Zelly, you've already heard the story, but I do need this recorded for the history and legacy of my stream, that I have a curved monitor and I have an older Tobii bar, eye tracking bar, and so it doesn't adhere to the monitor as it should. So my very clever analog solution for this was to take a bottle of Tums antacids, which is left over from when I was pregnant and I had really bad heartburn all the time, so I kept a bottle on my desk. And then I have those really thick throat lozenges because, again, I have a child in daycare now, and so thus I'm sick all the time. So I have this tower of pharmaceuticals, over-the-counter pharmaceuticals, that is bracing my eye tracker. So last night, for whatever reason, the lozenges had fallen, which made everything collapse, and my eye tracker also fell. Now, are there ways to reinforce and support your eye tracker that do not involve a series of over-the-counter pharmaceuticals? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I am sure Tobii makes them. I'm sure Tobii have eye tracking bars now that actually fit curved monitors. Am I going to change? No. At this point, it's honestly, it's part of the charm, right? Like I feel like it's almost like an omen, a good omen, a kind of religious structure that I have to, like a temple that I have to clean before every stream to make sure that it's gonna hold up. Hi, 3Aki. Yeah, I bet none of you have that issue in your labs. In fact, all my labs, all my monitors in my lab are flat screen monitors. They're not curved screen monitors because of cost issues, right? So the upside of that is that I don't have the same issue with my eye tracking bars when I'm actually doing user research. It's just on stream, just at home. Today I am drinking out of my Druid tea mug. Oh no. Finally, the paint's starting to crack. I've had this mug for 2 years and I use it almost every day and I hand wash it almost every day. And finally the paint is starting to wear off. If you can see, it's a very light tea I have today because it's a jasmine tea. I'm really excited. I got my tea order in from Atticus Tea up in Park City. They do a really nice jasmine white tea blend, I suppose. But I love jasmine pearl tea. It smells incredible. I actually have a Madagascar faux jasmine that blooms like maximum twice a year, usually in the spring and in the late summer. And that is my favorite 2 weeks of the year because my house smells delicious. I have to fake it with tea instead. I haven't been in a lab since pre-COVID. I miss labs. So you're completely doing remote user research still. That's incredible. That's incredible. We are like fully back in person teaching, back in person with the labs. And so far we've been really safe. So touch wood, I think enough folks are vaccinated. And something that's really good, I've noticed, is when I was growing up, you never saw someone wear a mask if they were sick. You never saw people wearing medical masks in public unless they were a doctor or like Michael Jackson, right? Those are like the two examples we had. And I think that the one upside of COVID and increased literacy about public health is that people are a little bit more conscious of when they have to go out when they're sick and wearing a mask. And if anything else, it just kind of helps signal to people like, hey, I'm feeling unwell. You might want to keep your distance. So that's why I wear a mask when I'm sick. Obviously also to not spread germs. But that way people can make an informed choice about how close they want to get to me. And because kid in daycare, I've been sick a lot this year. So I've gone to school university, wearing a mask to teach probably about half the weeks, just because I don't want to spread any kind of illness. And not only did the students seem to appreciate it, but the students also do. I mean, not because of me. I don't think I'm a trendsetter. I think the pandemic helped educate the public about how colds and illnesses spread. I think also helped educate the public about immune-compromised folks. And so, in general, I think people are much more conscious and much more respectful now. So we've had no incidences that I know of like people getting sick after a playtest or just after coming to school or anything like that. So I'm pretty excited for that. Ludwig, thank you so much for subbing. Aw. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. So I added new subscription notifications. I did not realize that it would replace my face with a corgi. That's pretty fun. And so everyone knows, because I am a big fan of animal rights, no corgis were made uncomfortable by my new notifications. I did that all in Canva, actually, not even Photoshop, but I just took pictures that we had of the dogs playing and then poorly Photoshopped / just used Canva to put fake like Rudolph nose and fake ears. So the dogs were not even a part of a photo shoot. Those are pictures from them like playing in a dog park or something that I just edited. Oh, thank you so much. You finally have a Sunday off and can enjoy its stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here with us. Let's actually, do we have a corgi? We do have a corgi. Look at that. Let's go ahead and move that camera a little bit. That is Atticus. This is actually a really good corgi cam moment. Atticus looks... Oh, and we have a good boy point redemption. Nice. I wrote to Rebel Pug Pastries. They do not sponsor this stream, by the way. I wrote to them. And I told them that they should sponsor streams. Not exactly. I didn't tell them that. But I was just like, by the way, your cookies show up really well on stream. You should probably sponsor some streamers. Cough, cough, cough. But I pay my own money for these Rebel Pug pastries. This is a local Salt Lake City company that I absolutely love because the lady who bakes these, they're all dog-friendly, dog-safe ingredients. I actually have 2 mittens today, one for each corgi. They just show up really well on stream, right? This looks like a Hallmark movie Christmas cookie, but it's obviously safe for dogs, all dog-safe ingredients, and it's human grade. So she said that she's eaten these before. Like they're fine for humans to eat. So really good bakery, local bakery. Literally like just a lady that goes to farmers markets and little local craft fairs and things. And so I DM'd her to order more because the gingerbread shepherds are really, really cute. Each of her cookies is named after like a dog breed. So she has Corgi Cranberry Crumbles, I think it's called. So I want to get those because they're corgi themed. But I don't think she has any in stock. So we'll see. We'll see which ones I get next. Oh yeah, we have good boy points. So let's change the camera up. Oh, Atticus moved. There he is. Okay. Crunch. And then I'm off camera, but I am giving one to Jack as well. Oh, he dropped his cookie. And if you're just joining us and you haven't seen Corgi Cam before, just to reiterate, these dogs are free to move about the cabin. I do not keep them here. They just kind of hang out under my desk while I stream or play games anyway. So I just installed a camera to like look at them. So you can also see my Christmas socks. I've got gingerbread men on my socks because this is just under my desk. But yes, the corgis are not kept here against their will. They're free to come and go as they please. They just like to stay there. It reminds me of those windmill cookies. They're so good. What are those called? Yes, they're like gingerbread mixed with almonds. Uh-oh, I touched the cookie bag. Now they're all looking at me. All right, let's play a video game. Remember when we played video games? Corgi Cam is still up in the bottom left corner, as you can see. But let's go ahead and play Chance to Snar. I am hopeful we will finish the game today. I almost powered through. I'm sorry, my face went blank because I almost powered through last week. But you all told me don't because I have actually a lot more to get through. but now I don't remember what I was doing. We smelted down silverware, and then we use that silverware to make a bar. And then I think we have to find a machine that's going to make the bar into some sort of key that we then use to unlock some sort of doors. Something I find helpful when I come back to this game after not playing for a week is to look at my notebook and see but we solved everything. We've solved all the languages for this level. So now we have to go to the fairies, right? Okay, I have to make a key, but that means I need to find a forge to make a key. Okay. I don't think I'm sick, but I do have a runny nose for some reason. Okay. Well, let's find out. No, we're not going this way. If I hold shift, it shows me the interactables, right? There's nothing to interact. I don't really want to go that way again with the falling rocks, although I could. What was this way? This is where we found the gold bar. I found the key machine last stream. Oh, did I? How nice for me. Now, if I were a key machine, where would I be? I think my favorite part of this game and this gameplay experience is that you can play it very easily while drinking tea. Like, you don't need to put your tea down to play. It's nice. Let's hit... Oh, you know what? Someone told me last stream that you can also hit middle mouse buttons so you can truly play this game one-handed. Joking aside, I'm making jokes and references about being able to drink tea while playing, but this is actually really important for accessibility. Right? If you have any kind of motor impairments or issues, then being able to play one-handed is pretty clutch. There is a barrel back there in that last scene that was a different color. Is that interactable? It is not. Why is that a different color? Yeah, it's absolutely not interactable. Yay, accessibility! Shout out. Ah, crap, it's by the cafeteria. We're nowhere near the cafeteria. Beans. All right. Can I get to the cafeteria without doing the jumping puzzle? I think I can. Threeaki, you'll love this. Elizabeth gifted me. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Elizabeth gifted me a accessibility is my jam t-shirt for my child, because it's like for tiny bodies, and it is the cutest thing ever. Hi Legos, welcome back. This took us somewhere. Where did this take us? Does the M key do anything? No, I can't pull up a map. Okay, well, this way leads to the rock puzzle, which I'm not keen to do again. Oh, here, yeah. We want to go this way. This way goes up and to the library? Question mark. I think this is good. I think this is good. It's good to see you again, Legos. How have you... Legos. I keep messing up my vowels where it sounds like I said like Lagos, like the capital of Nigeria. I need to enunciate better. Okay, we are in the library. We need to go out of the library to find the cafeteria. Do you think it's on the next level? No. This is where we found out that the fairies, as they call them, I believe in other languages, they're called the Ascended. I'm assigning this game next semester. So spoiler, if you are a student of mine, spoiler, if you're taking Game Society and Self next semester, by the way, one of the most fun classes I teach. It's hard to pick a favorite class. I'm actually very lucky. I get to teach incredibly fun classes. But it's like, kind of my favorite. You can't pick favorites, right? I feel like I should be going this way. Maybe. Book Lab, as we discussed. So I'm assigning this game, and I'm assigning it to a unit on colonialism. No, go back up. Partially because I finished reading Babel, and Babel points out the role of language in colonial power and like reinforcing colonial power. Like languages don't conquer a civilization, right? But languages can support power. And one of the things that's really interesting about this game that I would like students to take away from it is how there are really subtle differences in each language as you go through translating them on how different languages refer to themselves versus the other castes in society. So I believe it was the chosen, the warriors talk about anyone above their station as chosen ones and anyone below their station as the impure, right? I believe that was the translation. And then when you get to the bards, they talk about themselves as being beautiful, and they talk about anyone else as being foolish or idiots. And then you get to the science level, and they talk about the ascended as being fae or like fairies, which is interesting. So everyone's talking about the same thing, but they're using very different language to talk about it. Like the distinction between being impure versus being a laborer, right? Still referencing the same cast of people, but very different connotations to that language. Also, I think that this is the machine that we're looking for, right? And I think since we have all the translations, we'll know what this means. Silver, gold, copper, carbon. Wait, this was the gold one, right? Yeah, okay. Gold. Okay. And this was copper. Oh boy. I'm a little anxious because I know we have two distinct... Oh no. Oh, we have two distinct keys that we need. I don't know how to tell the machine which keys I need. Wasn't there instructions somewhere? You can't mess this up. Like, I don't think it's reasonable that the game expects us to, like, have to go back and get all these materials again if I mess up. So I think it will just, like, maybe not 3D print the key that I need. No, what's the word for 3D printing that isn't 3D? Manufacture. What's the old word? Do you remember the recipe? Of course I don't remember the recipe. Are you kidding me? Where's the recipe? That's not in our recipe book. Wait. Oh. Is it? Yeah. Okay, well, we have a formula. I stand corrected. We have a formula. Okay, gold. And then a bunch of numbers. Crap. Well, do we remember the numbering system? Legos? That is a very good question. And no. Okay, I kind of remember. This is the downside of only playing this game on stream, is that I'm trying to recall things that the game taught me last week. And a lot has happened in 1 week. You know how when you're in kindergarten and you think, before you learn that people have homes, you think that the teacher sleeps at the school? Or was that just me? Maybe that was just me. I'm going to shatter the illusion of my stream and tell you all that I don't just like power down and just sit here at my desk in between stream times. Although I would actually, the older I get, the more ideal and choice that life sounds. So I don't remember anything. Okay, I remember that this is 1, and this is in the 1000th place. I'm going to find that calculator again. This is the, oh no. Which one was the single digit? I think this is single digit, and that's 5. Yeah. Okay, that's confirmed because I have those numbers here. So that's definitely single digit 5. And this is hundreds. And that's 4, right? Nope. Yeah, it is 4. Good, I remembered that. Okay, so we have 1,405. This is the, no. Yes. This is the tens place, I believe. So this is 200. And 18. 218. I know you figured it out last time, so do you want a refresher? I would like confirmation. I would like you to translate these numbers for me because I'm already translating them just to verify that I've gotten it correct. So by my translation, this would be 446. No. Crap. Yes, 46. Ah, crap. You had the first one right, but not 218. So what did I say for the first one? So this is 1,000. That's 5. And that is 4. Okay, so 1,405. Or is it 1,000? I just got it right. Or is this 1,045? Or is it 1,405? I think it's 1,405. So then this would be 821. Okay, so this is the 100th place. I need to diagram this. The one big user experience feedback that I would like to give to no one, because this game's extremely successful and it's perfect. However, having a method for taking notes in game, oh, clutch. That'd be so clutch, especially for when I am, or when streamers are doing like once a week playthroughs. I mean, I know streamers aren't the target audience, but okay, so then this must be the tens. So my logic was correct, and then I somehow goofed up from there. So that would be, was that 800? Yeah. So this one is 821. Good. I got it. Oh, the digits are a Z pattern. You're so clever. That makes so much sense. That makes it so much easier. Perfect. Right. So then in this case, we have 0, 0, 4, 6. Perfect. Hello, almighty Pluto. How are you? 1 second. My nose is super stuffy. So BRB, 1 second. Okay. Thank you for being patient. I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not getting sick. I don't think I'm getting sick. I think I'm just stuffy. I also think the tea is helping to like unblock my ears, if that's a thing. Okay, so here are the numbers I have. I have 1405, 821, and 46. Check. Can you confirm? Make sure to note the material. Oh, crap. I didn't note the material with each number. Good calls, Ellie. All right, so the top one is gold. Gold for the honeys. Silver for the monies. Silver is 821. Do any real life alchemists, what is that called? Chemists? Do any chemists know if these numbers are like associated with the atomic structure of any of these items? So like, is there something significant about carbon being 46? I've told you this on stream before. I got a C in high school chemistry. And I am proof that you can get bad grades and still be successful. Okay, I noted down everything. I have a Post-it note. This Post-it note also has notes about work stuff on the other side. So I cannot lose this Post-it. Oh, sorry. Did you get hit with an ad break? I tried to run an ad break while I was blowing my nose. Because it's so frustrating that viewers come into stream and then they're hit with ads right away. So I'm like, well, I might as well take time off, take care of this, and then run the ads. I will tell you that I've apparently... What happened? Did I not work fast enough? There was a bell. Anyway, I've made like 30 cents off of ads from Twitch since 2019. So I can tell you that I'm not running them because I make money off of them. I'm running them because they're super annoying. Sunday evening mood. Monday is coming. Oh, but it's Almighty Pluto. It's Monday, like basically before Christmas. You know? Food bell. I want food. Okay, let's figure this out. I've stalled long enough. Okay, so here we have silver, and silver was 821. That's none of the numbers I need. Oh, I'm gonna have to do like addition from. Okay, so like 5. Can I? So that's 5, 2, 1. That's 8. I mean, that's 821. I don't think that's... Hi, Jordan. I don't think... Surely not. Surely not. All right. Maybe I did it right. This is such a strangely organized puzzle, but I think we're getting it. So gold. Oh, crap. Click the wrong thing. Let's push the button. So we have gold now. Still working up to Friday. Do y'all get Friday off, Almighty Pluto? I know a lot of folks are getting Friday off in lieu of Christmas Eve because Christmas Eve is on a Sunday this year, right? Imagine being a maths teacher. I don't want to be a that sounds bad because I am a teacher, but that's not what I mean. I mean that I think teaching elementary school age, primary school age students would be very difficult. Like, imagine not having a concept of 0 and being the person that has to teach humans to have a concept of 0. That is bananas to me. That is bananas. I do not know how people do that. They get all my respect. Okay. I don't know how to do gold. Let's pick carbon. Carbon's easier. Is this one carbon? Yeah. Let's pick carbon. We'll do carbon first. So that's going to be 4. That's 40. And we need 6. But there's no 6. Wait, yes, there is. Whew, I scared myself. Okay, here we go. Wait, do I have to? No, I don't have to do it in order, right? I just have to do 3 of them. Phew. 5 plus 1 equals 6. I thought that I was looking for the, I don't remember. Whatever. It's, you know what? We're fine. We passed the puzzle. We're good. I forgot that those were single digits, and I thought they were the 10s or something. I don't know. Okay, this is the hard one. We're going to have to do gold next. I didn't use copper at all, huh? Okay, so 1,000. I do not have 1,000. However, I have 2 500s, which make 1,000. Now I need 400. So that's 2. I'm just going to have to use like all of these, right? So it's 400. And then nothing in the 10s. And then 5 in the single digit column. And I have gold selected. Perfect. Oh, okay. Oh, this puzzle. I hated this one. I couldn't understand the numbers at all. How are you reading them easily? 3A key. Post-it note. And Legos on my desk told me it's a Z pattern or a Z pattern, depending on where you come from. That information was honestly clutch. So well, it's going to be backwards, right, if I do this, but it's 1,100 tens singles. That's the name of the places, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. What, Lego, you're the best. Exactly right. I'm so happy I have such courteous and smart viewers because they also asked for consent, whether or not I wanted spoilers. And I think that's super cool. I have the nicest chat ever. The Z makes so much sense now, right? Okay, so I make key. Yes? I'm so scared. And I'm going to make tea. More tea. I am no alchemist, but that's not a thing, right? Can you mix gold, carbon, and silver? I mean, we did it. But also, is there any kind of significance with the numbers and the molecular structure of these materials? No, right? Now, do we have to do this again? Because I know we have 2 key slots. Oh, right, alloys. If you melt, I think you can combine about anything, really? Have you seen the, oh, these are all the failed attempts before, right, because they didn't have the formula. Okay, so these are all like metal bars that are some sort of alloy, but they didn't have the right formula. So we should be able to go now. Right? I think there were 2 doors, though. Excuse me. Did it eat my trinket? Get out of here. What? Why is everyone reacting with womp womp? Did you know this would happen? Try again. So I do have to rebuild it. Hold on. Auto mod is I thought auto mod was check your silver value crap was catching the wrong alloy message. I'm like, why would auto mod think that that's something vulgar? But it caught idiot. I really like that you referenced Almighty Pluto. You referenced the previous level where the bards were like, the idiot bard encountered the monster. And we got that lore. That's very funny. And then Automod was like, no, we don't tolerate that. Only from the chosen ones. Oh man, I got too excited. Okay, so I checked my silver value. So it just lets you do the wrong thing, huh? What a fun game. Yeah, I think I goofed up the silver. Okay, so silver is 800. So that's 5. $700. 800. $20. 1. Right? 500 plus 200, 700 plus 100 is 800. And then this is 10 plus 10 is 20. And this is 1. And that was for silver. No. 3 Aki. No. It lets you do the wrong thing as many times as you want. Welcome to my world. I gave up after 8 tries. You only have a set number of tries before you have to get all the materials again. No. I don't want that. I do not want that. Okay, check the journal again. This is 8. Right? That's 8. I hate everything. I hate everything. So do I just have to, like, what do I do? How do I, like, reset it? Because I've already goofed. This is not 821. This is 812. I goofed. I totally goofed. Because that's 0, that's 8, that's 1, that's 2. 812. Hey, should I tell you all that now that I'm dyslexic? I'm not laughing because I'm joking. I'm genuinely dyslexic. I've been dyslexic since I was a child. I actually, this is sad, but no one caught it until I was in high school. And my algebra homework, like I grew up thinking I was bad at math because it's particularly triggered by numbers. So this puzzle's really like messing with my brain, which is fine. I like it. I like trying to overcome these things, but I just need a little more help, right? So I was in high school and my algebra teacher finally caught it where she was like, you know, it's weird. All of your work is correct and you write down the wrong answer. And it was one of those classes where you got 1 point for showing your work and 1 point for a correct answer. So I had failed, but she was like, you're just writing down the answer wrong. Like all of your steps are correct. I think you're dyslexic. And so I had always like written E's upside down or backwards or whatever, but like I think at this point in school they were like, as long as we can tell what you're trying to say in a written exam, you're fine. So they didn't like give me a diagnosis or like flag it on my record. So it wasn't until I went to university where I was like, hey, by the way, I have dyslexia, and I got extra help. In like the sense that I was able to have accommodations, not extra help, that's the wrong phrase, but I got accommodations in yellow paper. And so I could take exams on yellow paper, which helps with like reading things correctly. And I am actually really good at math, as it turns out. But anyway, okay, so right, Legos, right? Those teachers make all the difference. And the really crappy thing, as I think maybe you're an educator as well. I'm an educator, but I'm an easy mode educator because I teach university students. So they've already learned how to read and write and then count and like those really fundamental things that are, I can't even, I don't know. I can't conceptualize how you teach someone the concept of zero. Like that just seems like such a wild thing to me. So I think that you're maybe an educator as well. And the really crappy thing is when teachers do care and they take the time and they stay after school to help you and make a huge impact on someone's life like me. They never get thanked for it. I didn't know as a kid. I was just like, oh, okay, well, I guess I have a learning disability. Cool. Like, I'm not going to thank someone for telling me that. That's a weird thing to think. But like, I should have, right? Like now I'm like super grateful that I figured this thing out about myself. Okay, sorry, that was a diatribe. Okay, hit the X button. There are indicators on the far left when you're looking at all the machines. Check the number in the notes. Check the journal again. Oh, I didn't know this part. Ugh. Okay, so can I just like... I just can everything without using up all my materials. If I do that, will it reset? Crap, it doesn't reset, does it? Boo. Okay, well, let's check the journal to make sure that I have all the other numbers right. So this is 1,405. So that one is correct. And then this one is 0046. So carbon is also correct. So I just goofed up the first one, right? Yeah, that's 6. Okay. Yep, just the X button is on the other part of the machine on the right. Thank you, Jeffrey. One of my colleagues has dyspraxia. It's terrible sometimes. Oh, here it is. Thank you, Jeffrey. Remind me what dyspraxia is. Is it the same thing as dyscalculia? Is that something, is it just a different term? Because I've heard some people reference, like, oh no, dyscalculia is actually just dyslexia. It's just another name for it. So I'm not sure what the terminology is. Please educate me. Thank you. Or I could Google it. I could also Google it. But to be honest, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with functioning right now. Okay. We're doing silver first. So we're looking for 500. Yes. Plus 200 plus 100. So we have 800. We're good. Now in our Z formation, we're going to go down to this guy, and we need 1. So 810, and now we need to add 2 to make 812. And following our structure, this is the single digit place. Okay, so 500, 700, 800, 10, 2, 812. For silver, 812. Okay. I'm so scared now. I don't want to go back through and collect these materials. It's so bad. It's really bad. That was so much work. I do not want to do that again. Okay, gold. So let's reset this. 500 plus 500 is 1,000. Yay. Okay, and then we need 400. So we're pretty much using all of these because it's 200 plus 100 plus 100 is 400. So currently we have 1,400, and then we just need 5. We're not messing with the tens places. We're just 25. And this is for gold. So we have 1,405. Trouble with hand movement and coordination between brain movement. Oh, interesting. That is not at all what I thought it was. So thank you so much for educating me. For example, even if she knows how to, she is unable to tie her shoes properly or cut food regularly. That sounds super challenging. I need to do more research on dyspraxia because that sounds like an interesting barrier to overcome in life. I bet your friend is super clever and has lots of really cool things that she does to tie shoes and cut food and all those necessary things. Carbon. There's so many moving pieces in this puzzle. Okay. Carbon. We're going 1,100 tens. We're in the tens place. And so we need 4 of these because this is 10, 20, 30, 40. Haha. Now single digits, that's 5 and 1. So we should have 46. And that's carbon. This better be the right alloy. Now I just think of Horizon Zero Dawn and Aloy. You know it's dirty? The game didn't tell me that I had the wrong alloy. And that's dirty. It let me get my hopes up. I was like, oh boy, I solved the puzzle. Womp womp, as you all said. 3 achy. I was waiting for you to get further, but since you're stressing about it, having to gather more materials was a joke or a troll. Try as many times as you need. That stressed me. That's a good troll, though. That's a pretty harmless troll, to be fair. One last step. Reach exile. This is exile? This is a cool level. This is very pretty. These stairs are not very accommodating. I would fall a lot. This is such a cool area. Oh, I'm so excited. We're almost done, right? Yay! We did it! Aloy is my fave. I like her too. I like her hair. She has really cool hair. It stresses you much more than I thought it would. Clap, clap, clap. Okay. More work to do, I guess. No rest for the wicked. Oh, this language is very cool. There's a lot going on, though. And we have a bunch of new symbols. Okay. Oh, I really want to find out what this is trying to tell us. So this is the tower. Probably warriors, right? This was the like commoner level. What was that called? This is why I want students to play this game, because I think it's so interesting that they have different names for each level depending on who's authoring it, right? So this they called them like the repentant or the seekers or something, but they were like the common people who were seeking God and an end to drought. So I think, oh, that's a creepy logo. Logos like actually get creepier over time, right? So I'm thinking this is like commoner or people generally. This is probably warrior, because the second tier were the warrior classes. Then we had the bards, and then we had the scientists. So oh, I didn't even recognize this. So the symbol's used again. This one's crossed out, so this would have been commoner, warrior, bard, scientist. So maybe this one is the, or sorry, they called them alchemists, right? And then this is the current tier we're on. The alchemist called this tier, or at least depicted this gate, as being fae or fairies, or maybe angels. The alchemist called them fairies. Oh, didn't we also have that weird, hold on. There was that weird diagram that was like a family tree. Yeah, so this was their symbol for fairy, and the fairies sealed the gates. Or closed the doors. Oh, was this a family tree? Because you had the alchemist, the bard. So they were brothers. We haven't unraveled that just yet. No, okay. I think there's a verb. I think we're missing a verb, and I think I'm spending too long on this, and I should just be like, okay. And move on. So, all right, let's just move on. New language hype. Oh, obviously one of these should have been tower, right? Crap. Well, we worked out that these are people. That's the most tower looking of them all. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna move along. Which way should I go? Let's go this way. I don't know that it super matters. Okay, someone's in VR. That must... Does that mean tower? So these look like the... Maybe the folks that I was communicating with? Oh, that's creepy. Oh, I hate that. Don't forget butts. Thank you, 3Aki. Thank you. Oh, what a weird image. So are these the people that are communicating through the elevators? They're not elevators. They're kind of elevators. those secret, not so secret rooms that we were discovering where if you put your hand on the machine, it would light up. And then there were people that would talk to you. Are these like the customer service elevator people, or are they just having a chill time in VR? Okay, I can't talk to this person, but I can look at this person. Oh, no. Did this person die in their chair? The game will answer you eventually, so no spoilers. They're stuck in VR. Oh, that's a bad feeling. We don't like that. Well, moving right along. Oh, there's more people down there. This is like a whole farm. Well, there's the elevator. They're Oompa Loompas and they control the Wonkavaders. Okay, so we got all but one of them, which is very funny. That was the last one. This is a bard. But I cannot talk to them. I still don't know what these do. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna keep going left. I feel like if I go forward, that's going to cut me through the level and I'll end up back where I came from. Kind of, sort of, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna keep going around to the left and I'm not gonna go into the interior just yet. Because this seems like it's square shaped. Oh God, what the hell is this? Sorry, my brain just did a 404 error. This is a lot. This is some sort of... Do you remember the verb wheels? If you've ever taken a foreign language course that had verbs that had to be conjugated, they would sometimes give you this little wheel where the verb would be on the outside and you would move it and it would conjugate it for you, depending on like what tense you wanted. That's what this reminds me of. Okay, so what am I trying to do? Am I trying to match the words? So like go pass, go pass. And one of these is probably Go Plat. Is this a translator? Yes, this is a translator. No. So that's door, U. Okay, so there's got to be a different U. Upgrade, death, dead. This is maybe a translator and I'm just not using it right. So what happens if I move this? Go pass. Is that one go pass? This could be go pass. Door, U. No. That doesn't make sense. Is there one for door? Verb wheels. Yeah, Jeffrey, that's what they're called. Verb wheels. Sorry, I got so engrossed in the game, I'm still 404 erroring. Sword Art Online flashback. Big brain. I have a bunch of watcher points, so I'm going to click on a few to see what they do. You should. Click away. You have my permission. I have not seen any point redemption, though. Did I miss point redemption? Manage prediction. What does that mean? Well, that's a silly user interface. I'm trying to see if I missed. 3Aki, tell me if I missed one. Usually it highlights for me, but if I missed a point redemption, let me know. This is my favorite thing in the entire game. I was also very confused by this interface first couple times I looked at it. You got this. I love these little wheel puzzles. It has to be like a verb wheel. It has to be a translator. Oh, there's writing at the top. We've seen this symbol before. Maybe that's bar. This has to be like
3Aki just redeemed science stream.
Look at that. Look at I've got a Christmas corgi. A Canva edited Christmas corgi. And I put like chill vibe sounds with it too. Yeah, it was fun. Unless I have to send a message with this one, I guess a fact about your lab. I don't know what I'm doing. Science stream. Okay. A fun fact about my research lab is that my monitors are flat. So I don't have to tediously prop up my Tobii eye trackers on my monitor. And actually, I think I've been so leaning forward that I have. Let's talk about eye tracker calibration for Science Stream. So the cool thing about infrared eye trackers is that they scan your face using infrared technology, but that means that you need to calibrate them appropriately. If you lean forward and have bad posture because you're hunched over like a gremlin, then your eye trackers won't work. So I have this really nice gaming chair that has this nice cervical neck pillow to try and make me have good posture. And that means that the eye tracker works if I do that. I also need to scoot a little further. Look at that. Posture check. Eye tracker check. Is the eye tracker working again? It's probably not. I need to recalibrate it because it fell off. It didn't fall off now, but is like, it's not even. When you calibrate an eye tracker, the calibration tutorial is actually really clever because it has arrows on the hardware and it has arrows on the screen. It's like, line these up, right? So it's super user friendly to calibrate. But what happens when you have your setup with a Tums bottle and throat lozenges to brace your eye tracker is that if it falls, you just kind of like shove it back on. And so I know for a fact it's like drifting left every time I shove it back on. Also, this is not a science stream, but I guess it could be. My coworker, this is a fun fact about my lab, maybe. not even my work. I have a coworker who's now an administrator for us. Oh, God, silly. At least we don't have to strap the eye tracker to participants anymore. That's why I will never use galvanic skin response. Like, that's just blah, blah. I'm going to get to you in a second, Jeffrey. She was a professional pastry chef. She left the pastry business to be an administrator for us. Because if you don't know, anyone who works in food service, chef, pastry chef, you never get weekends or holidays off. You're like always working. So academia offers a much more flexible lifestyle. But she made us treats, like a full box of treats. This is a Rice Krispie treat. I've held it up for a while without explaining. And it seems to have, I haven't tried it yet, it has pistachios and cranberries in it. What? That seems so delicious. So it's also on my desk next to the eye tracker. So I can have a nice little treat. We'll treat later. Yes, of course, the writing at the top explains this clearly. If only I could read. That reminds me of the King of the Hill meme. Those kids would be real upset if they could read. No. Preach, Sully. You never did that, Ash? No, I've never strapped anything onto a participant, partially because I refuse to. I expressly do not have heart rate tracking devices in my lab because I do not want, if I had a grant sponsored project or any kind of sponsored project which asked me to do it, I would. But the idea of having to strap on electrodes to people, to playtesters, and then sanitize them afterwards, that's step too far. No VR work for you then. Oh, we have tested in VR. That's true. I take that back. We have tested in VR before. And it always grosses me out every time. I clean the hell out of, if you read the instructions, my partner can tell you how good I am at doing that. If you read the instructions on VR devices, they tell you what cleaning products you can and cannot use on those devices. It was about 6 months before I had read that properly, so I was just like, bleach all the things. So, yeah. They have sanitizing baths for the people. For the EEGs. That makes much more sense. Before the tech got good enough for eye tracking bars, you put this headband thing on the player with this little camera sticking out aimed at their eyeball, which is how everyone plays video games. Okay, I'm going to start playing a video game again. I'm sorry. This is a very silly puzzle. I've got to get everything lined up. There's a death symbol here on here. Okay, so the only one that's immobile is the center. The very center is immobile. So this one's you. There's got to be a U on this rung that I just do not know. Maybe that's a U, and then there's obviously a U here. There's not. Is there death here? I may need to come back to this once I have more. So that can't be right. What other ones do we not know? This one? No. That has to go. Never tell me brute forcing doesn't work. I am a savant. You bleached a VR headset? Not like with Clorox. Like, I didn't just take a jug of Clorox and pour it into a bed and then dunk the VR headset. I took the Clorox wipes and wiped around the face pads without realizing that, or I might be flipping it. It was either alcohol or Clorox. I used one or the other and then read the instruction manual that was like, do not use this. It will degrade the foam. But I also found out that if you ask very nicely, Oculus will send you new foam for your VR headsets. So it's fine. Everything's fine. No one got injured. No one got sick. And importantly, no one got pink eye, which is what I was worried about. So, Sally, I'd forgotten about that, but I remember it well now. You can kind of solve despite gaps. Just start either inner ring or outer ring and work through them in order to solve. Yeah, I like these logic puzzles, though. They're pretty fun. Oh, this is so nice. They gave me, they just translate it for me. That's really nice. I really appreciate that. Thank you, game. Instead of, like, having me solve the translations and then still have to fill it out. Sometimes the game has done that in the past, and it's a little annoying. But cool. Brute forcing works. Okay, we're not going into the middle, though. We are going to carry on through the outer ring first. That's true. The foam is easy to replace. See, it's fine. Oh, I hate this. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. I mean, it's gotta be some kind of satellite signal, right? There's a lot of interactables here. Okay, human. Presumably that is also human. Okay, I don't know that one. The style of the lettering is also kind of interesting, right? Because you have this fairly simple letters that the fairies, I don't know what they're actually called, are using. And then you have the bard version, which is a little more complex. Or maybe it's the scientist version. That's a little bit more complex. Similar symbols, though, because you have like an H kind of symbol and a line. And then you have the penitent seeker version, which is very simple, right? It's almost like the bards are overcomplicating things. I didn't say it. All right. What should we click on next? I guess look over here. I'm guessing this is a puzzle, which we do not have the key for. Right. I've seen that symbol before, though. Let's look at this doodad. We replaced the foam with vinyl pads to aid cleaning. Oh, that's clever. I had the same things Ellie's suggesting, but worked from whichever symbols wouldn't move. Oh, that's... Well, good. I'm glad you shared your technique with me, because we've got another one. Okay, so these do not move, right? But we know that's not. So let's see if we can find... Oh, this might be the winning strategy. Do we know? Not here. We do not. No, not. But this is probably not. And then... Well, surely. Surely it's not that one. Okay. Crap. I mean, it's gotta be this. Right? Not. Okay. Greetings. So this one's got to change. But that's the only one we don't know. Unless this one's just missing one. No. Well, this one could also be missing one, right? Ah, crap. This is harder than I thought. But that's not. So I don't want to move this wheel, but how am I going to get... Ah. Oh, this is tough. What I do last time, I just kind of spun it around. Something I love about this game is just how much thought that obviously went into the intra and interlanguage consistencies. I would pay money to see that spreadsheet. I would pay money. Give me a Patreon. I am subscribing. I want to see the matrices behind this. It would make my brain hurt, but I'm really excited. So for this one, the center one doesn't move. Would you like me to challenge a preconceived notion? It seems you might have. Please challenge all my preconceptions. Agreed. They clearly put a lot of thought and effort into interlacing the various intricacies about language throughout the game. I want this GDC talk. Yes. Better than a Patreon. Give me a GDC talk. Please. I believe I was watching Man on Gage's stream last week because she is also streaming this game. Man on Gage from Immortality, the lead actress in Immortality. I was watching her stream this game, and she was like, "Oh, I'm playing this game because I'm French American and this game is French." And I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting." I had commented a few streams ago that some of the structures make sense for Latin-based languages, so that makes sense, right? For there to be some French influence. Okay, it is not necessary to create a full line of symbols from the inside to the outside. Yeah, I assume that there's going to be breaks in between. So, like, greetings, these two could be blank if there's not another greetings. What's screwing me up is that, like, that kind of looks like a dude saying hi, right? So that would probably work, but do we have... Is that what you mean, Jeffrey, by the way? So that can't be right. Okay. Is that maybe a greeting? No. I'm kind of going off of nothing. Actually. Absolutely nothing. Going off of nothing. That can't work because we have... No, we don't know that means not. We have another greeting. I feel like I'm actually getting further from from what we wanted. I think my biggest preconceived notion is that that means not. Instead of going all the way on a single branch, do each ring at a time, looking all the way around for matches. Okay. Each ring at a time, looking all the way around for... Okay. Okay, that's a good idea. So we have not, but do we have a greeting on this ring? This is, and I don't know what this is. I'm going to call this ring good. Okay, we'll move to the next ring. Plural, fear, open. Okay, so let's look for another match with the symbols that we already know. So we have any greetings? No. We have greetings on the outside, though. But we know this one's wrong. Thank you, Sally. We got it. Got him. Let's keep going. Wait, those are not doors? No. I'm trying to wonder if that actually means fairies and if it doesn't just mean gate. But then I don't think that really makes sense. So clearly we have another puzzle we need a key for that we do not have a key for. So we gotta just keep going. I think now is a good time to cut through the center. I said I wasn't going to do it until I'd explored all the things. They're truly gamers, aren't they? All right. Can't talk to any of them, so... I mean, at least all of these ones are moving. Because before there was someone who did not appear to be moving. Gamers, RGB and everything. More VR, lol. Yay. Okay, well this symbol has been on doors a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that one's doors. But I think we need an input for key. Oh boy. No. Well, let's look at this symbol. This probably means a locked door. This probably means unlocked because this is kind of boxed in and this is like boxed out. That's not a thing. So which one looks like a key symbol that would... Okay, 2 guesses. It's either this one or this one. So let's try that. Unlock door. Okay, let's try this one. Unlock door. Let's try this one. Bombs. I think I got a lot of words wrong on the first go. This is another game by the same dev. Oh. Almighty Pluto, I thought you were putting a link in chat. I'm like, oh, I would love to play more by these developers, but you were referencing the game that the characters are playing. I got it now. The game in their VR, yeah. I like figuring things out in chat and then seeing if I can figure it out quick enough before chat tells me the joke. In my defense, there are no intonations in chat. Like, the text doesn't allow you to read into it as such. I kind of wish those ring puzzles had a mechanism to click a button to verify your answer rather than doing it automatically. Interesting. That way you could better understand what's going on rather than stumbling upon it. That is a really good design critique, Jeffrey. As someone who's currently playing the game, I like that it gave me the answer very quickly. It made me feel very clever indeed. But I think you are right in terms of it always feels more rewarding in the long term rather than getting that dose of dopamine really quickly. It's always more rewarding in the long term when you actually crack a code, right? I'm a little bit just being given the answer, just a little bit. It's not the type of test you think it is. Carry over effect in action. Carry over effect in action? What does that mean? Oh, I can also play that game? Interesting. Effect in action. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna move on. And I came from that direction. I think I need a little more information before I solve that puzzle. I might get that information right here. The game is named Varion. I like this deep lore. Okay, so center is immobile. So let's do what Zelly suggested. Okay, so we think this is human. Human. Don't know that one. This one's me. Do we have anything along this wheel? Oh, we do. Crap. That's not the ring I thought it was. Well, that's okay. We don't know what the symbol is. Do we know what that symbol is? Okay. I'm gonna leave this ring. Let's go out to the outer ring. There's me. Sequant. Oh, that one's key, huh? So there's key. Oh. That felt very easy. But maybe it's because it's our third version of that puzzle, maybe? Importantly, we now have the symbol for key. So maybe I couldn't have even solved that puzzle, the previous puzzle. Aw. 3A key. Bless you for thinking that I have a professional stream. So it turns out when you take a break from streaming for maternity leave, Twitch doesn't. I know, it's wild. Twitch doesn't just like go on hiatus while I did. How rude. So I think you can look somewhere down below on my page, which good luck if you're on mobile, because I don't think that's going to work at all on mobile. Oh, bless you, Zelly. I think Discord is also linked somewhere below. Question mark. But Zelly did just put it in chat, so feel free to join the Discord. There. Hi, Kurzar. Hi. Oh, so is the game? It's actually a game? Okay. As a compromise, have the confirm button light up once you have the correct answer, so you can at least stare at the answer for a bit to understand what you've selected. Yes, actually, it's a really good point, Jeffrey, because as the symbols, as soon as I get the correct answer, I actually don't even have the option to stare at it longer. It literally closes down the gameplay UI and pulls up my notebook UI. Maybe the logic was that this is a more familiar method of solving the language than the wheel. I think that this is a risk anytime in game design and game development when you start trying to fix your eye tracker, because you notice that the infrared lights are like not even on your face. Anytime, I mean, like the general golden rule, right, is never introduce a mechanic at the end of the game. You should be doing your first hour gameplay experience where you introduce all the mechanics. I think they took a design risk. I think it's a really cool mechanic. I kind of wish it could have been incorporated in some capacity earlier on. I need to think more. I don't have a good solution, but I do think it should have been incorporated earlier on. I think you could have done some really cool stuff with it. I think it makes also a lot of sense because a lot of people who've played this game or who are playing this game or who would want to play this game are students of languages in some capacity, even if it was just one class you had to take in high school, right? So those verb wheels or the language wheels will be familiar to a lot of people. So I think that would have been maybe a nice companion to the notebook. Maybe. I'm on mobile and is there, but the link doesn't work and the little stream window covers the link. That is so beautiful that you typed that out in chat as I'm giving critique about user interface to a game when everything that I've done is trash garbage. It's like, it's important to keep in mind when I'm offering critique, I commit way worse sins. So whenever I'm critiquing a game, I also want to be clear that the developers are extraordinarily clever and this game is wonderful. My complaints are like so small, and I commit way worse sins. So people in glass houses, right? You just need one tester. I've just totally forgotten what my setup is like. Legos on my desk. This language is just rushed. It kind of feels that way a little bit. Just like my stream setup. I mean, for Pete's sake, I've got my eye tracker resting on a bottle of Tums. Like, you know. This language doesn't get as much breathing room as the others. It makes sense narratively that none of these gamers you're talking to has come from somewhere. That none of these gamers are talking to you, so it has to come from somewhere. But the heavy dependence on the ring puzzles, like you don't earn each glyph as much. It's also utilizing all the languages which you learned earlier, so it's narratively crucial. I don't know, game design is hard. Yeah, it has really interesting, this is such a clever discussion. I really like this discussion. And Jeffrey, I hope you're in a place where you can pop in and provide some more feedback, because I'd like to hear from you on this. It's a really delicate balance, even when you look at the structure. And actually, I'm going to click on this. This is not the puzzle I want to solve, but I'm going to click on this anyway. Because when you look at the structure of the game, this is essentially a level select. This is, at least functionally for me, this is like a level select. This is like a gameplay map. And so the Tower of Babel, as it were, serves as an interesting metaphor, because here you have your base level where you are getting accustomed to gameplay. But this is also in the narrative structure where the majority of people would live, right? This is the servant class, as if you like. And as you progress through the levels, each tier gets more exclusive, more elite. You're also dealing with harder puzzles. Like the gameplay gets remarkably more difficult when you're in the warrior level and you have to learn or use the stealth mechanic. And then it gets more difficult when you get to the scholar level. I feel like I'm forgetting one. When you... the bard level, right? The bard level puzzles had a lot more like a key mechanic. No, it was... Yeah, and then scientists, right? I'm forgetting all the levels. Anyway, the puzzle difficulty ramped up. So at this level, it feels like the pacing is off. None of the puzzles I've encountered have been as difficult as literally any of the levels before. So maybe it's a pipeline dev problem where things got maybe out of scope and this level's a little more rushed, and the team prioritized finishing that narrative, which is totally understandable. I am invested. I want to find out who these people are. I want to find out their role in society. I want to find out why the impure are treated as impure, right? So I think it's a very smart idea to prioritize the narrative, and I hope the ending is very satisfying. But it is a break in pacing from the difficulty of the mechanics, I should say. Crap. Okay, I got... There was a puzzle... Oh, where'd that door puzzle go? There was a door puzzle that I now have the solution to. I don't remember where it is. I must have come from the other direction. Whoops. Oh, there's more people. Did I already come this way? Alright, I think it was here, maybe? 1 language, 2 stealth, 3 grammar, 4 numbers, 5. Wait, I also skipped 1. That's a really interesting take. Yeah, we can look at... after I solve this puzzle, I'm going to go back to that UI, because we can look at the core mechanic. You know, maybe... They kind of have introduced a new mechanic every single level. But mostly it's been a twist. Like, the game has done a very good job on building on your knowledge. So they introduced stealth in the first level. They also introduced the language in the first level, but you really don't use stealth exclusively until the second level with the warriors, where you're doing both language and stealth. I would say the language puzzles get more complex in the third level, which is the bards, right? You have level 3 with the bards. And that's also when you learn plural, I think. And then the fourth level, you have the alchemist scientist, right? That's when you learn numbers. And then the fifth level so far has just been kind of strange. Okay, I have now key, perhaps. Oh my goodness, the key looks like a key. So now we have unlock. Oh, come on. There's one of these. Oh, I'm a dork. Okay, so that's not door. Okay. Key. Maybe unlock. And we have door somewhere. No, that doesn't make sense either. Okay, so if door is like this, there's another symbol. Maybe that one's unlock? Okay, so key, unlock, door. Come on. Come on. Okay, key. That's door. What would unlock be? No, wait, there are 5. I thought there were 6 for a moment. Okay. Good. Is this unlock? Should I keep guessing? I feel like there has to be a bottom line. I think that's integral to this translation. I don't think that's it, though. I really feel like it has to be this guy. Unless I'm supposed to... No, the user interface is like, this has to be translation of key. This has to be a translation of unlock. This has to be a translation of door. Okay, so maybe I just don't have the information yet? Maybe? Maybe? Hi, Epsilon! I don't know if you have the unlock symbol yet. Durr! Grumble, grumble, grumble. Okay, well, let's move on. Fair enough. I have actually gotten way more symbols since then, so I think we should just carry on this direction. That makes sense. Do you speak any other language? Claro que sí. Solamente hablo español. Casi con fluencia. Pero yo sé algunas palabras en otros idiomas también. Como sueca y alemán. Y... yes, todo. I speak Spanish kind of with fluency, but certainly conversationally, and I can read and write it. I've done a lot of Spanish education. I studied abroad in Costa Rica in undergrad, and I've worked with a lot of Spanish colleagues when I lived in England. Sorry, my neck just cracked. Oh, that was gross. And then I know a couple words of Danish and Swedish and Finnish, and just from traveling and picking up languages. I'm not particularly good with languages, but I do speak other languages. JE passes easily most puzzles, but gets stuck on the most ridiculous things. Oh, she. Speaking of getting stuck on ridiculous things. All right, me something, maybe warrior. Okay. I hope this person is telling me that they're elite gamer. This would be awesome. Unlock is not a word in many non-English languages. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're right. Like it's just abrir or cerrar, right? In Spanish. Okay. We've been here before though. Yes, that's the depressing gamer. We exited from a different area. I'm trying to think of what would be quicker to loop back around. Let's try going this way and seeing if this is quicker. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's go down this way. This is the entrance. This is the other direction of the entrance. So I was right, it does loop back around. I forgot you lived in England. I did. I lived in England for 8 years. This is an artifact of the fact the game was designed in French. Oh, cool. Okay, so then maybe I can solve the puzzle? So if it's not unlocked, then it's Serrar, like it's closed, rather. Serrar with an American accent's very funny to me. Do I have close? I have open. Oh, so it's open. Yeah, okay. Then I can go back and solve it. Cool. Unblock. Unlock. Débloquer. Also, sorry, I will say French with a Spanish accent. It's very horrible and annoying. I know. I apologize. The mural does make more sense now, so let's go back to it. Wait, that's not the... No. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong thing. Going back this way. I will say that this level design is the most straightforward. I had a really difficult time with the scientist level, so. All right, key. Open. Door. Ah, we did it! Thank you, chat! Yay! Yay! I missed a circle puzzle too? Crap. Do I need it? I probably do, right? Is it... Do you know where it is, 3A key? Oh, I did not miss a circle puzzle. Okay, good. I was just gonna move on anyway. It's the game's fault if I've missed a circle puzzle. Not mine. Stay toxic, gamers. Okay. Oh, this... Oh, they're alive. Good. Good, 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 good. Greetings. You're the one I was waiting for. Cool. Oh no, do I take over as lead gamer now? Oh, that's all they say? Okay. Okay. The hell is this puzzle? Okay, I'm super overwhelmed. Okay, so we have a pictogram or pictograph of someone climbing stairs. Doors. Group division, I suppose. This looks like one group of people or an army maybe attacking or accusing a person, and this is like a come here gesture. So the user interface and the lines make me think that this is a translation of to climb. So etymology. This is what we're doing. We're doing etymology of their language. So here we have go, which fills in those. symbols. And then we have this is actually really sophisticated. So this is kind of chat. This is what we've been talking about this entire time, is a lot of these symbols and glyphs have been almost pictograms. Like they've been just very literal. Like key, for example, looks like a very literal picture of a key. However, a lot of the other symbols have looked like a combination of two words. And here we have a combination of go and up. So it's go up. Beautiful. We love it. So here we have door, and then we are going to put a plural. Then it's doors. Beautiful. Me. Not. It's not me. So it's like outsider or something, I would imagine. We have go, and then me. Go me, like come. Perfect. That is cool. I wish this is not a new mechanic in the sense that we've been translating things this way since the beginning, but it's almost easier, right? I kind of wish the game had taught us this from the get-go. I feel like being explicit, I think it was very fun, and Jeffrey, feel free to jump in here because I think you might have something to say about this in a good way. It sounds snarky. I didn't mean it snarky. Figuring out that mechanic of like, hey, this symbol looks like this symbol and this symbol combined was really satisfying. Making it explicit at the end feels strange from a mechanic gameplay perspective, but might be really meaningful from a narrative perspective. So I'm going to pause my criticism and I'm going to move forward and see if this is like the origin of language that they're explaining to me. It should be kind of cool. Time to be the leadest of gamers. You got this. This combining of words to make glyphs was clever to me. I think it's super clever. Smashing words together like it's German. Very true. I was about to say, does any language do this? I am not a linguistics scholar. I also do not speak Mandarin or Cantonese. However, I just read Babel. I won't stop talking about it, which is always really fun. It's such a treat for everyone when someone reads a book and just won't shut up about it. I just read Babel by R.F. Kuang, and she talks about how her favorite symbol, I don't have the book next to me, her favorite depiction of a word, I want to say it's in Cantonese. Please don't quote me. It could be in Mandarin. The reason why I'm confused is because the main character, their first language was Cantonese, but they were forced to learn Mandarin. And so they're in a moment of reflection, they're talking about how beautiful the word for dawn is, because the symbol for sun looks like this. And then dawn it's the symbol for sun with a line under it. So it's like the sun rising over the horizon. It's a very literal depiction. It's a combination of two symbols that make a new word, but it's a very literal combination of those two symbols in this kind of pictographic way, which is not exactly what you're talking about, 3 but it's similar in the combination of lines to compose a new word. I think there are probably other examples that we can think of as well in non-Roman lettered languages. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I have zero training in any kind of Eastern language and very minimal training in Western languages. So I'm not an expert in this area. If someone is a linguistics expert, please feel free to jump in. I appreciate that this comes at the end because it kind of confirms what you've been doing all along. That's true. Earlier languages did have common elements in their glyphs, like building or person, but this is the first language where glyphs were both complete on their own and able to be combined. Interesting. I find it more insightful into the language skills we've been bringing in from real life to let us discover this inherent skill on our own. It's a great example of utilizing a pre-existing mental model, yes, in the player, but one that doesn't come from prior games experience. That is very true, Zelly. That is very thoughtful. That was a really good insight. I'm going to forget the name. There's a postmortem. I have to look it up because I actually want to cite it and not just be like, this one GDC talk that you'll never be able to find. Hold on. One of my favorite GDC talks of all time. Let me make sure. Oh, my phone audio is on, so you can hear the GDC talk introduction. Mark Rosewater. There we go. So this is a GDC talk from 2016. So it's like almost 10 years old now, right? It's called Magic the Gathering, 20 Years, 20 Lessons Learned. And Mark Rosewater goes into, I mean, I'm a fan of it because he talks about what he learned in university, which is always meaningful and validating, right? I teach future game developers. I hope that they learn something in their degree which helps them in their real life. I try to design my classes that way. I don't want people to feel like their degree is useless, right? That is like the most devastating thing anyone can ever say. I want them to learn things. So Mark talks about what he learned in university and what he learned from cognitive psych about how people remember things and memory recall, and how if you can take something that they already know, this is almost just like Nielsen's heuristics, right? If you can use something that players already know in the game, that is way better than having to teach them something new. So, Zelly, I really like that critique. And thank you for posting the GDC talk as well. Mark Rosewater is a really engaging speaker, so it flies by. And I'm a huge fan of Magic the Gathering as well. So for me, it's just like the perfect GDC talk because I like the IP, I like the speaker, and it's actually really interesting content and mentions what he learned in university. It's perfect. No notes. Chinese characters or Japanese kanji could be real world equivalents. There are complex glyphs that are compositions of simpler glyphs. Yeah, like the example I gave of dawn and the sun, right? Do you know of any other specific examples? And I'm assuming RF Kuang has not lied to me in Babel, but she's getting a PhD in linguistics in Eastern languages, so I trust RF Kuang to not be mistaken. But I am a non-native speaker of Mandarin or Cantonese, so again, apologies if I got that wrong. Oh, they've taken off the training wheels. Okay, so last time we had the trace outline of the glyph, and now we have nothing. We just have to freewheel it. So I'm gonna say this one is not dead because this person came back to life. This is not, and go. Oh, this can't be right because I'm going to end up with a spare sigil. Unless... Oh, okay. Go dead. Oh, I had all of these wrong. I had absolutely all of these. That is not open door or whatever I thought it was. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. We're doing a good job. We're figuring it out now. Hi, capital underscore. But they're arranged next to each other, not overlaid with each other. That's true. And in the example of dawn with the line under the sun, it's not like, is it laid on top? I mean, arguably it could be laid on top, but I think you're right. That's more like arranged next to each other, not overlaid. Maybe. Egyptian script for this too. Oh, interesting. Maybe one day I'll wake up early enough to be here at the start of the stream. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I heard Mandarin and Cantonese. Yeah, we were talking about Babel, the book by R.F. Kuang that talks about colonialism, and it talks about Imperial Britain and the Opium Wars. And apparently one of my coworkers is a historian. He has his PhD in history, and he was talking about how R.F. Kuang uses the real names in real places. I knew that there were real places, but I have to admit, when I read Babel, I did not Google every name I came across, but apparently these are real historical figures who really had a hand in the Opium Wars, really had a hand in British imperialistic power and colonization. So it's an interesting book. It's like imaginative, what do you call it? Creative anachronism or historical fiction. Historical fiction, I think, is the genre. But they talk a lot. The author, yes, historical fiction. The author, Ah Kwong, talks a lot about Cantonese and Mandarin, and uses the language, obviously. Not the Romanized language, but the actual written language in the book. And it's super cool because I am completely ignorant on Eastern languages. So I learned a lot and really enjoyed it. It's also just like a really good fiction book. Okay. So this is some sort of like nationalism, right? We talked about others and being foreign on a past slide. So plural. These look plurally. Oh, this is a bummer because we don't actually know what that means. That is a symbol, though, that we have in our arsenal. So, maybe don't want. I feel so elitist being like, that symbol means commoner and you are a commoner. That feels very bad. Oh, boy. I don't know if these are right. Yeah, these are not right. Okay. Maybe I started with a flawed logic. Alternative history. I'm barely able to break down CJK stuff. What does CJK stand for? If you could please enlighten me. It's got fantastical elements, so I'd classify it as alt history or historical fantasy. Good point, Zelly. It's true. It does have... Honestly, I thought it would have more fantasy than it did. I'm happy that Babel, the book, did not pull any punches. But it is like sometimes just straight up like, this is what Britain did. This is how Britain got people addicted to opium. And then we're like, well, looks like you need a king. Looks like you need some colonialism. So it was really cool because I read the book as part of a book club, and we got to talk with a historian about just how accurate that book was. So, yay, history. It's time for me to go get Dutch Bros. If you end the stream by back, then bye. Thanks, _. When you come back, I want to know about CJK. Okay. Oh, man, what would that be? It's plural but divided. So this is like us, right? Maybe? Plural me would make us. This is pretty hard. But I don't think that's a symbol, and I don't think that's right, because if it lined up right, we wouldn't have that little gap in the symbol there, so I'm kind of doubting myself. This looks like people that are doing a Pledge of Allegiance, like countrymen might be a better translation. It might help to go back to that mural from the beginning. Oh, that's a really good idea, Jeffrey. You know what? I think it's worth the trek back to the beginning, because, oh, okay, bye. I feel bad. I've been waiting for you. Bet. Runs away. I don't like how they turned in their chair like, wait, I would have just told you the answer. Why are you leaving? You're the chosen one. No, you're gone now. This always happens. Okay. See how much easier this level is to navigate? Oh, I don't think that means fairies, but Well, did we get any of these words? I don't think we did. Oh. Oh, the game's trying to teach me something. The game's trying to teach me something. Okay. Thank you, game. I think I actually was right. So, the game's trying to teach me that this is... I mean, let's say this is commoner, right? This is the symbol for plural. This little nugget, we'll call it. So that would make sense. Plural commoners. Warrior. Probably, maybe. Greetings. That's a strange... It's a strange, like, greetings. But that would be, like, plural commoners. Huh. So this is a symbol we have to translate. I put it down as Alchemist, but I don't think it is. Hey, is this in your book at all? Let's see. Oh, it is. Okay. So this is like many people. This is like an individual person. This is like fairies or tower. Is this tower? No. Well, that was like me plural. Oh. Me plural? Did I actually confuse myself more? Oh boy. Am I really goofy and is this tower? Well, it's like literally labeled the tower. I'm like, no, that's the second level. It's the warrior. Did I just do something really goofy? Thanks, Epsilon. There's a journal page you didn't finish. Great minds think alike. Okay. So let's assume I was goofy. And that's actually the symbol for tower and not warrior. Let's put that there. We had the symbol for me plural. So us. So I think that's right. This is the only one I'm now unsure of. Although this could be plural commoner. A line through it. So maybe it's like not plural. Would be alone. Plenty of opportunities to be goofy. We always have high levels of goof. Oh, what the heck does this mean? Oh, I don't know what that means. That one's really intense. Okay, well, let's look at seek. So not seek. Not seek. That comes up. That is indeed a word that we need to solve. That's not the right symbol for here, but that is not seek. We're using the logic. The game taught us logic. We're learning that logic. That's not Alchemist. It's not Alchemist. That's probably tower. Fairies? Question mark? No. Let's like flipped. That's like seek but flipped and upside down. Oh boy, what could that mean? There's lots of stuff going on in that symbol. There are very few words you don't have, so there are 3 words that get you here and 3 words you get from combinations. Perfect. Perfect. What was that? That was greetings. Is that? And that was not door. That is plural. I think it has to be like this. It is not. What was me? We discovered me, didn't we? Did. So that I think the word we're looking for is alone. Don't know what alone would be. Surely alone would be like not plural. So probably this one. No? No, that can't be. No, that's not right. Because plural is a different symbol. So this was me in plural. So that one's got to be that one. It's this one that's confusing me. To be honest, I thought that was correct. I did too. Okay, what can we work out from here? What would the word for alone be? This is definitely us. Whether or not this picture is us, this is definitely the word for us because it's plural me. You know what? I'm going to brute force it. Because I'm pretty sure those two are correct. So let's just go through our list. Oh my goodness, I'm getting frustrated. What could it mean? What could it mean? This also shows people? So maybe it's not us, maybe it's like commoners? The unwashed? Oh my gosh. Okay, well we brute forced it, but what is it? Tower, people. Now, is the level called exile? Yes. Should I have guessed that one of the words would be exile? Also probably yes. Did I? No. And that's okay. You know what? We got there. We did get there. Okay, so exiles. Got it. Jeffrey, this was a good idea. Thank you. Epsilon, thanks for the hint. People here is the single form of the word. Brute force. Oh yes, the simple word exile. I agree, Jeffrey. I think that's a pretty hard word to get. Even though I do appreciate that that's what the level's called. So these doors make a little more sense. So these are people who are exiled from gaming. Oh, I'm so sorry for yawning. Do I remember the way to go? I do. Look at that. Exiled into a virtual universe. Imagine that's prison. Prison now is just VR chat. Okay, we're back. If you aren't gaming good, then you get exiled. That's pretty funny. I think we've already figured out the symbol, so I think that's correct for not seek. People. Me plural. So us. I am goofing this up. Okay. People plural. People's already plural. Oh, that's what you were saying, Epsilon, so it's person. That's what's throwing me. Okay. Oh my gosh. I hate that you can't, like, drag the symbol off once you've committed. Because I think this one's like my people. And that's goofy. Let's not do that. Okay. So, my people. That doesn't look like a real symbol. We don't want it. think I goofed this up again. That's not right. None of that's right. Okay. I need a new technique. We want like me, people. Nope, we did it wrong again. Let's do... like me, plural. Like us, right? Us. Let's try that. Think of people as in a nation of people. I don't know if you can tell, but I am screaming internally. Some of that may have been right. Okay, well. The word people has two meanings, plural, person, nation, or ethnic group. The two-line glyph means the latter. Okay, so maybe just that. I don't know, man. Oh, we have a good boy. Did I not put a good boy? You know, for a corgi-themed stream layout, it feels weird that I don't have a corgi, like, emote for the good boy point redemption, but here we are. That's a good idea. Let's take a break, refocus. Let's do some treats, dog treats, and let's give the corgis a corgi close-up. We have some toe beans and a very sleepy Atticus, but I am sure he will wake up. He's actually pretty soundly asleep. So what do we have? We have Santa coming out of a chimney and a snowman. And we're going to give those to Jack and Atticus while Mommy's brain takes a break. There you go. Oh, Atticus, you sleepy boy. He is so tired that he actually did not wake up until I shoved the cookie into his face. And then he hit the LED light, and now he's blue. Abadi abadai. Was that good? You like those little gingerbread people, huh? Like a boy. Well, they seem happy. Okay, and then there's a hydrate. I'm assuming you don't mean tea, right? Because tea, like, technically dehydrates. So, fortunately for all of us, I have my water bottle, which kind of green screens out. My nails are painted red and green for Christmas, and that also green screens out, so. One of my favorite stickers, though, is Do Good Recklessly. I like that. It's very cute. All right, that recharged the brain batteries. Let's see. Man, now I want gingerbread cookies. Okay, so we got a gingerbread house kit from Costco, and the gingerbread in this house kit is actually fire. Really good. People equals nation. Look for flags. Zelly, I appreciate that you're like, for the love of God, just this is the answer. Let's move on. Okay, I guess. This to me looks like a whatever. I'm reading too much into it. Let's be simple. I'm going to follow Zelly's advice. I believe it's not a pledge of allegiance, but a gesture to self. Oh, that's a cultural read, isn't it, Jeffrey? I love McCarthyism. Okay, we're not seeking, and then this is like My people. Ah, this is great. All we needed was a corgi distraction. This is very clearly like my people. This is not clearly. Oh no. How did I do this? I mean, that looks broken. Like that's not what we want. Okay, let's just that's a symbol, that's legit, we know that. Peoples in a nation, this is me plural. Right? That's us. People in a nation plural. Oh, thank God. Oh. Thank you for the hydration redemption because I'm wilting. My brain is wilting. Hey, you know what? We never found out what happened to the gardener who wanted to water plants and said there was a drought. Like the first level is complaining of a drought, and yet up here it's raining. That seems significant. Don't know why I just thought about that. So this is interesting because we also learned that the name of this people is an anchorite, which the scientists called fairies. Their translation, not mine. Hats off to you. I think this takes my hat off. You know what, 3Q, you're actually the first person to ever redeem that. That's a great sticker. Thanks. You have all the glyphs in your journal, so you should have all the combinations you need. Just figure out where they go. Yeah. That was a struggle. Honestly, Zelly and Jeffrey pointed out that there was a cultural reading, which is why I want my students to play this game for Game Society and Self, because I had a lot of cultural presumptions. That's the word. I was gonna say precognition. No, that's like seeing the future. I had a lot of presumptions about this, not referencing me, but being the Pledge of Allegiance. So I thought it was some kind of nationalism, and that's what was throwing me. That was literally the hang up, was me reading the symbols with this very American McCarthy kind of viewpoint, which is interesting. Hey, we sure did get there. I just wanted to celebrate so much progress. Yeah. Which you should do a point redemption for like hydrate or something. You should have enough points, right? The point cost is pretty low. So I will hydrate and it'll put confetti on the screen. And I'm almost out of tea, so. We did it.
Aki just redeemed hydrate.
We did it. We have our Christmas cord. I'm drinking more water. Okay, this person's talking to me. Okay. This person said that they were waiting for me. But they watched me struggle, and I struggled with this puzzle. And they're like, all right, you did it. Was that a test? Like, oh, are you maybe not the chosen one? Rude. Oh, yeah, I didn't complete that. Like, I did not. I'm missing an elevator, but my people built the tower. Okay. Ooh, we're getting so much narrative. I want to find out the deep lore. Foreign peoples came to the tower. I will admit, I'm not actually looking at the glyphs anymore. I'm just straight up reading English. People stopped talking. Peoples feared peoples. Yeah, feels like human history. My people left in exile. The tower? So your people were like, wait a minute, they're foreign people here. I'm gonna go play video games. We are dying. The tower is dying. Please tell me you're gonna take accountability any moment now. Presumably this is why this person has presumably been working toward uniting the peoples once again. I created you. You could have created me on this level. You're the key. Oh, oh boy. Help us. Oh boy. This feels like I have to die. Hi, capital underscore. Better the chosen one you have than a perfect chosen one that doesn't exist. Yeah, imagine. I'm getting like Rocky Horror Picture Show vibes. This is Dr. Frankenfurter watching Rocky just like fail to understand any kind of language. But like, you will unite us eventually. Maybe. Oh, this is a downer. Yeah, I didn't get this lore either. See, we didn't really learn this language, we just decoded it. The others, we actually learned all of the individual glyphs. You are spot on, Legos. But I kind of hate these people. They're not portrayed very sympathetically, I'll say that. So maybe I don't want to learn their language. Make the peoples talk, open the doors, end exile, revive the tower. My friend, have you met the bards? This is not what you're asking me to do. You are not asking me to make people talk. You're not... sure, I can open the doors, I can end exile. You are asking me to make people stop being assholes. I'm sorry for the language. I'm sorry. I usually don't swear on stream, but this was very deliberate. Talking about language, I very much mean this. The people in this tower are assholes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The only sympathetic ones are at the very bottom. The warriors, assholes. The bards, assholes. The scientists were fine. Like, they weren't outwardly rude to me. They didn't call me an idiot, but they were kind of just consumed with it. They're like, oh boy, it's 4 o'clock, time to eat, gotta eat. Like, they don't really seem like they're gonna be on board with this project. Your friends on this level, I mean, maybe they're not assholes, but they certainly don't care, right? They're absorbed in their games. Are we the scapegoat? It a little bit feels that way. You hate the VR people? Rude. Accurate, but rude. The VR people were maybe a little bit more sympathetic, but they're still cogs in this machine, right? Like, you have, not to quote the genie from Aladdin, but you're at the top of society and you're like, I'm going to watch TV. I'm going to play a video game. I earned it, right? That's kind of an asshole move. I mean, they didn't, like, murder people like the warriors, but they also supported this hierarchical system. So, do I have the option to not save everyone? Because I don't think this tower's worth saving. Can we just burn it to the ground? What about the serfs? The serfs are like the redeemable ones. I'm not sorry. Maybe they're all assholes because they stopped talking to one another, which led them to be disconnected culturally. That is a sympathetic read, Legos. I appreciate your sympathetic read. We're all cogs in a machine. Ashley's existential crisis. Taylor's version, right? You do have that option. Yes, we get that option. Do it for the serfs. Well, will the conditions of the serfs improve if I do any of this? Because I have a feeling that once they start communicating, it's not going to be a utopia. Once they start communicating, they're going to be like, well, guess what? There's not enough room at the top for everyone. So some of you are going to have to live at the bottom. Hey, there's a group of you who are already living at the bottom. Well, why don't you just stay there? The end. Like, Did you already free the serfs? We could. We could free the serfs? I have not freed the serfs. I don't think. Maybe I did. I rang the bell in the warrior level, and then people ran somewhere. I'm so pessimistic. 3Aki, you've studied people. You've read the news. Tell me I'm wrong. I think you'll enjoy the end game. Okay, there's still much work to do. Okay. Let's look at this thing then. Pulls out a lighter. No, okay. What? Doors, yes, there are doors. What do you want me to do with these doors? It's just the same dialogue. Create idea, you're the key, help us. Okay. Make the people talk, open the doors. Oh, okay, this is showing me where the doors are. So I actually have to leave here and I have to, I don't know, probably go to one of those elevators, right? How much longer are you going for today? That's a good question. Do what you do best in this game, climb. Am I missing something? Is there an easier way to do this? Am I going to the elevators, the silly route? The goofy route? Is there an easier way? Good grief. Where are the elevators? Oh, I have to go up here, right? Yeah, I forgot about this in-game area. Probably. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna play. I feel like I'm almost done. Is that not true? Am I almost done? Don't go upstairs. If you go up the tower, we'll die. Help us. Make the people talk. Oh, it won't let me click it. I have to go make a thing, huh? Oh, there's a decent amount to go. All right, that's fair. I'm trying to end it all now, and I'm not. Oh, is that the puzzle piece? Can I end it all now? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You don't have to do shit. I guess there's maybe an hour left of gameplay, or 2 minutes. If you want to be cruel. This... 3Aki, I'm sorry. I'm cruel? Scoozy? This whole time, I have been degraded in this game by fools. I said it. Fools. Everyone except for the serfs were assholes. I am not cruel. This tower's cruel. And guess what? It's better off without the tower. The tower, the mythological... Oh, thanks, Sally. I was about to add. I like how Sally had to go in and add the term idiot because AutoMod was blocking it. And it's like, well, it's relevant to this game, right? Because this game calls you an idiot. You'd be doing the same thing they would have done to you. Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, chill. Great. You can save them from a prison of their own making. Oh no, leopards ate my face. I supported the leopards all along. The leopards were really good pets. Oh no. Look, the book Babel poses a question of can you have revolution without violence? And ultimately the answer is no. In this case, I feel like I have the moral opportunity and in fact authority to enact that violence on this tower. What if I free the serfs and no one else? Yeah, frick your tower. Burn it all to the ground. What am I supposed to do with this? I have a key. Can I pet the cat? I can't pet the cat again. Hey, why are there, Only cats on this level. Is a question. What about that little girl that helped you though? Look, I will try and save her. There's a chirp happening with the key. What am I supposed to do with it though? Do I have, oh, I should probably use this machine, right? Why did you make this so awful? What am I supposed to do? I'm sorry. It's really funny. The impures do not pass, the impures do not create music. Alright, well. That's what the warriors like, huh? Do I want to introduce the serfs to the warriors? The warriors suck. Like, all of this sucks. Oh, apparently I never did this. How did I almost complete the game and I still have words that I don't know? I don't want to translate for these people. They suck. You know what I will do, though? I will go through and finish this book. That feels bad. It's the warriors? No, I completed the warrior language. Okay, it is this. Yeah, okay. What the heck? Where's the missing page? What is happening? Where do these go? Are these just, they... Oh, I missed an interaction to make the test page appear. The devotee, that's what they're called. They're called devotees. But to the warriors, they're impures. Okay. I mean, this is really just supporting my actually screw this. Alright. To make them talk. Okay, the impures do not pass. Devotee, not impure. Do we have a word for the in this language? I don't remember. So we need not go pass. Not go pass. Shit. Okay. We need the... This sucks. This is so much work for nothing. I hate these people. Go to the lowest portal you have. Go to the market area. Type in guy in the pot store. Oh, I like completely missed a portal too. So that's not great. Alright. Pot store. Which is probably not in the cemetery. Oh, this level. Okay, let's try and remember the geography. So church, garden, cemetery. Where were the stores, though? I think that was the entrance where I came in all those weeks ago. Do you have any pot? I remember this puzzle took me forever. Okay, so the plants are dying, can't find the preacher. I forgot about all of these characters. What was the preacher doing? I wonder if any of these statues are going to hit different. That's kind of the same statue as above, right? The satellite for their satellite internet gaming. I did find these translation tasks incredibly tedious, I'll admit. I just looked up a guide at this point. Same, Zelly. Oh, I love this part. Doing the translation is the most rewarding. That's pretty funny. After you finish that, you need to get out of the Abbey to find the first portal. I'm this close to looking up a guide. But I want to finish. Polar opposites. It takes all types, right? Okay, here's Vendor. This is so strange. The warriors don't like the impures because they don't make music, but there's a music vendor. It's weird, right? Okay, here's a pot vendor. Do you need a pot? Ah, look at that. Perfect troubleshooting. Epsilon. Instruments, music, and that's not, well, pots, I guess. I know this game. Nice. The warriors don't know because their translation is broken down. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just now got the achievement of completing the devotee's language, the first one. The Alpha and the Omega. The translations aren't one-to-one though, and have language mechanics I never picked up on. That is fair. I continue to encourage you to save this for next time because you'll likely continue to be frustrated if you pushed on through limited time. That's fair. Let me get, okay. Achievements. Oh, I need to find the other elevator. Jeffrey, chat, compromise. My compromise is, since I am over time, you all pointed out very good logical things. Is this supposed to go up there or up there? I'm going to at least find the first portal. It's task number 1. And I'm at least going to translate one sentence. And then I'll end the stream. There's probably like 20 minutes left. Let's try that. Yeah, that first portal will save a lot of time. Okay, cool. Let's do it. I don't know where the first portal is. You need to exit the Abbey. Okay. This looks like I'm exiting the Abbey? Question mark? Maybe? Oh, right. Stealth. Stupid. I'm the chosen one. No, screw you. Can't I just, like, do violence? Oh, I'm out of the Abbey now, right? Yeah, I think I'm out of the Abbey. Cool. Yeah, I could get caught there. Nice. This game does have multiple... Oh god, I'm so close. I know what I have to do. Okay. We talked to those people. That's an exit. That's an exit. That was a warrior level. That's the entrance that we eventually go to. Did we go there? No. I think it's got to be down here, right? I don't think I went over there, though. Back right staircase. Oh. So I probably didn't. I probably didn't go over there. Okay. Yeah, we did it. Okay, so it's one of our goals done. Accomplished. This is the first playthrough where I've seen someone be like, burn all down. Oh. That's not a normal reaction to this game. Alright. Ah, there's translation here. Okay, cool. God, this is tedious. Okay, you help me. I don't want to translate for them. I actually hate that this is the end game. That it's like, well, just use all your... Mechanically, it makes sense. Mechanically, it's fine. I think this is great gameplay. Perfect. Mechanically, it's like, hey, look, you've learned all the things. Now, help language. Help these people talk to each other. Makes sense. Perfect. Narratively, I hate this. Because they're all assholes. Like, there's no please. First of all, there's no thank you in any of the languages. It's like, hey, you help me. You're under me, so you have to help me. No. Actually, I think you'll find. No. Did I go here first? I'm gonna go here first. Yeah. I will translate for the serfs. To be like, I play music. Okay, fine. Oh, I haven't unlocked this one. Alright. You know what? They need help from the scientists. No, the scientists should have been helping. Like the ivory tower of academia that's like, well, people should be able to read scientific language. I shouldn't have to dumb down my materials. I understand the need to be specific in language when you publish in an academic journal, but if you are unable to explain your research to a layman, you know what I'm saying. The taxpayer pays your salary. Even if you have a grant, that grant comes from taxpayers. Your refusal to talk to taxpayers is not an admirable quality. There. That is... These are some spicy takes. So much spice. Well, it's about to get real spicy. I'm sorry, serfs. Okay, I know this makes me seem like I'm neutral evil. Or chaotic evil. Chaotic evil, I think. But can I save scum? Put that on my tomb. Can I save scum? Hold on. Can I do both? Let's see. Options. No! The game will save for you. I can't save scum? Alright, well, I gotta do... If you want to see everyone happy-go-lucky talking to each other, I think from... Oh, the game will save scum for me. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Epsilon. I appreciate that. Don't worry about save state. Just end it all. Sally, I appreciate your spice. But also, if you want to see the happy-go-lucky ending where everyone holds hands and sings Kumbaya, first of all, that's not realistic. Second of all, that they'll do like a Jubilee celebration and there will be like fireworks and everyone will have like a feast and then like give it 20 years and everyone's going to be exactly the same. I know I'm saying humanity isn't worth saving. But even, I am over it. Even in those translations where the scientists are like, you help me. No, say please. Get out of here. Get out of here. All of these people are terrible. Wow. Yeah, I can also probably like come back and finish after the bad ending. This is not the bad ending though. Well, I mean, it looks bad. Here's the thing. I didn't choose the Jubilee. I didn't choose the fake happy future. So yeah, there's no fireworks, there's no streamers, there's no confetti, there's no feast day declared in my honor. Because I did the thing that's the best for the world. I'm ending suffering. I sound like a Sith Lord. No, because you know what? That's what everyone's conditioned to think in media. Sith Lords aren't... They're for the status quo. They're for maintaining power structure. If I had saved this world, if I had gone through and translated so people were communicating again, they just would have figured out another way to divide themselves. They absolutely would have. Come on. Get out of here. If you think otherwise, you do sound like a Sith Lord. But I'm not maintaining the status quo. It is, in fact, the bad ending. the devotees for saying you helped me to the scientists. Okay, that's fair. Epsilon, I'll give you that. I did make a mistake there. But like if this is the Stanford prison experiment and we flip them and now the devotees are the scientists, they'd be treating the devotees like crap. The fundamental nature of humanity is despicable. I do like how it gave me time to like walk and think about my choice. This is exactly what I mean when I tell people there's a difference between having an ideology and just like being a nice person. Yeah, this doesn't make me oh no. I know my chair blocked it, but I just got an achievement that said I did it. I made it to the top. Meanwhile, the game's like, not like this. So that is also a difference, is I didn't just make it to the top to end the game. I made it to the top because fundamentally this tower needs to be destroyed. It's the part they don't tell you in school. How is this maintaining the status quo? Shouldn't the tower be destroyed? Okay, well then, the Chosen One's first mistake was not packing... I don't think I can say that on... So what, you just... Stop. This is silly. This is a silly ending. This should have ended in violence. The tower does not deserve to be there, is what I'm trying to say. Well, GG. I don't want to maintain the status quo. That was not clear. That was not evident in my choice. I thought going to the top of the tower would cause it all to crumble. I thought that we were talking about the structural integrity of the tower and not the structural integrity of the society which built the tower. There's no need for this tower to exist, okay? Like, if you open up lines of communication, you are not changing the fundamental structure of society because the tower itself is built on layers. The tower is built in such a way that there is a defense against communication with those under you, right? No, we don't want this. Don't have a tower at all. Have a literal flat structure, right? The tower is a metaphor for social hierarchy, so flatten it. We can't have the free exchange of ideas and the free exchange of people with a tower-based structure. Well, I don't not want explosive demolition. You crumble the tower by helping people overcome their boundaries. That's a metaphor, Ashley. The tower can change, though. Can it? Can it? Can it change without being crumbled? You can change the tower. I don't think I can. Look, I didn't. So, think about that. Gotta say, this is a think about what you've done kind of ending. It's just... Let's just stop for a minute and appreciate the dark clouds and the rain, where it's just like, yeah, you should not feel good about this. Do you feel good about this? Because you shouldn't. But thank you for playing. You're a translator, not definitely. No, I was a chosen one. And I made my choices. Okay. Now here's the moment of truth. Chat, you said that I could save scum. Chat, you said I could save scum. Chat, you said I could save scum. Chat, I'm not able to save scum. You reached the top. They said you're the only one with the knowledge. You can go down and do it right. Oh, thank God. Okay. Hear how frantically I'm clicking the mouse. You reached the top. They said you're the chosen one, the only one with the knowledge to help us overcome our fears and challenges. You said tough shit. What if I come back and I'm like, hey, there wasn't cake up there. Never mind. I want to change. That's kind of weird that they just let you be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, I used the key. Okay. Anyway. Well, I thought I was picking the much more, shall we say, radical ending. All right. Next week, I will come back and play the game right. That sounds bad. Like, this ending was, I think I was very explicit about why I was choosing this ending and what I thought I was accomplishing with this ending. And I did not. I was misled. I still don't want to help the people, like the bard level in particular. Don't want to help them. I mean, I will next time so we can finish this game. Although I'm tempted to see if I could just like help the serfs and then leave. But I don't think I can. You got about an hour of gameplay left. Perfect. Okay, great. So that's what we'll do next week. We'll finish this next week. It'll be great. Yeah, I'll help their servants. It certainly was a choice, yeah. I'll help their servants and then maybe try not to help them. I don't know. If we have an hour of gameplay left, that's perfect. We will do... Actually, next week is Christmas Eve? Question mark? Right? Isn't Christmas Eve on a Sunday? Let's find out. It is. Ooh, so fun. Okay, so my this is a fun question, actually. If you feel comfortable, please share with me what your Christmas Eve traditions are. Because next week, I'm staying in town. I'm not traveling. I will be in Salt Lake. Sometimes I travel for Christmas, sometimes I don't. This year it was just really, really, really expensive to fly. So our plans are pretty chill on Christmas Eve. My plan is still to stream. I understand if you won't be able to join because you have family traditions or because you're traveling. That's totally fine. I'll miss you, but it's totally fine. And then later on in the evening, we are going to play board games. We're going over to a friend's house to play board games and have appetizers. And then we actually open our presents on Christmas Eve. So the tradition of my family, which I think is like a very Catholic thing. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Most Catholics I know open their presents on Christmas Eve. And then, like, this is where, like, Latin / Catholic / European customs clash with Santa Claus a little bit. So our tradition was always just gifts between adults on Christmas Eve. Kids get a couple gifts to keep them entertained, but Santa comes Christmas morning. So Christmas morning is always more intimate in my family. That's when the kids and like your nuclear family, so mom, dad, and the kids, or I should say parents, to be gender inclusive, parents and their kids open presents on Christmas morning from Santa. And so occasionally it'll be kind of like cute, like, oh, Santa got mom something. Isn't that cute? But it's mostly about the kids on Christmas morning. So Christmas Eve is really for the adults. We eat a lot of really yummy food. We open presents and make merry with some cocktails, probably. And then Christmas morning will be the family time. So since next Sunday is Christmas Eve, and we don't really do anything in the morning, I'm still planning on streaming, which would be kind of fun. And so I hope to see you there. That'd be really nice. And then Christmas Eve, we'll do some fun stuff. Board games, yeah. Charcuterie, absolutely. Maybe 2 hours if you don't use a guide for the translations for next week. Yeah, that's totally fine. I've got time next week. We're going to celebrate together. Zelly's doing a giant charcuterie board. That's amazing. Have you seen the charcuterie board parties where people will bring different types of charcuterie? So they'll bring, I should change the scene because, yeah, be more festive. You can also put on some Christmassy music. Okay. I've seen people do like a charcuterie board game party where everyone brings a different type of charcuterie. So you have your cheese and your meats, but someone will do like a sweet charcuterie and bring like marshmallows and pretzels and things to dip in like melted chocolate. And then people will do like a chip charcuterie, which is like different chips and dip. I mean, I think calling it charcuterie at that point is ennobling it a little, but it seems cool. So everyone just brings a board and then you all share each other's boards. Bring back the tradition of having full 12 days of Christmas. I agree, _. And in my Babel Tower, that's what we will do. My family does all our gifts on Christmas Day. Interesting. Cool. What is charcuterie? It is a Lunchable. Like a grown-up, refined Lunchable. Meat and cheese and sweets. So when I do a charcuterie, actually Costco has some pretty awesome charcuteries. For Thanksgiving, we went over to the same friend's house, and I bought a Costco, I don't even think they call it a charcuterie, I think they call it like a party pack. So it's 4 different types of sausage, like cured meat, chopped up. So you have like prosciutto, mortadella, pepperoni. I think this one had pepperoni, which was like at first I was like, what? But actually it was really good. Not only because pepperoni is delicious, but because afterwards I could use the leftovers to make a pizza. One of my favorite things to do is to do a leftover charcuterie pizza where I make my own dough and then I put the leftover cheeses and the leftover meats all on pizza on the dough and then bake it. Oh, it's so good. I also put pears and strawberries, some grapes, almonds, different types of nuts, pecans. We've been toying with the idea of doing like a baked brie apple with pecans and brown sugar as part of the charcuterie. It's kind of very decadent. Last time I did that charcuterie board that had like fresh fruits, nuts, meats, cheeses, and then I also did a sangria. I did a winter spiced sangria that was red wine, brandy, orange juice, apple cider. So I made my own mulled apple cider with like cinnamon and clove, I think. And then I put some slices of apple and oranges into the mixture and let it sit overnight in the fridge. And then when I got to their house on the day, I just poured in the red wine and stirred it. It was so good. It was really, really good. I ordered a selection of cheeses from Point Reyes. I don't know this company, but you'll have to let me know if it's good. Is it local or is it like online? You can order it anywhere. I need to find more local friends who are into your type of party. Board games, cocktails, snacks sounds like a good time. It is the best time. It's also cool too because we are the type of nerds that just accumulate board games over the course of a year. So like if we go to a board game convention, like there's one here in Salt Lake in March, we'll buy board games and then it's hard to find like a party or opportunity. Usually during the year it's so busy that we just kind of like, don't really play unless like friends come and visit us. So we'll have these board games just sitting on a shelf collecting dust and it's like, oh, Christmas Eve, okay, I can bust out the board game. I'll bring all the ones I got over this year and play them, or we'll try to play them, obviously. Go absolutely insane, include honeycomb. Zelly, do you remember in Mexico when there was a literal honeycomb at the breakfast buffet? Like an actual beehive honeycomb, like that just dripped honey on your food. It's amazing. Y'all are making me hungry. I know, I'm so hungry. We should include charcuterie pics in the Discord. We'll do it in the picture channel. Yes, please, Ellie, I need more context because I was following up until Ash mentioned pizza. Okay, my charcuterie leftovers pizza is weird. I don't know anyone else that does it, but you have a selection of meats. They're usually Italian, not always, but they're usually like Italian flavored meats. And then you have a selection of cheeses, which are usually French, like brie, camembert, Gruyere. Like they're, but what's Gruyere but a sharp cheddar? And you could make pizza with brie. Like I've seen fancy pizzas with brie and pear on them, right? So I just make my own tomato sauce. I use a can. I know. I'm sorry. I use tomato paste from a can. I use Italian spices. Mix it, spread it on that dough, and then dump whatever's left over from the charcuterie on top. Within reason, like I'm not going to put strawberries on there. I'm not going to put nuts on there. But usually the strawberries and nuts don't last. Usually those are the first to go because they're nice to just kind of snack on, right? Point Reyes is a well-recognized American cheesemaker, especially for their blue cheese. Ooh, fig jam. Genoa salami and prosciutto, calabrese olives, and Castelvetrano olives, and infused olive oil and cornichons. Oh, cornichons! I haven't had cornichons in so long. And pistachios and praline pecans. There are pistachios in my Rice Krispie treat, which I'm really excited about. This is my fancy Rice Krispie treat that I'm going to eat. And flatbread, crackers, and honeycomb and fig jam. _, you have the charcuterie that I want. An aged Gouda and brie de pomme and tome. And of course some medium cheddar. I like the cheddar that has the like crystals in it. The super sharp cheddar or charcuterie. Very good though. Now I'm super hungry for lunch, so I'm going to eat my Rice Krispie treat. Aged AF, yes. So we'll share charcuterie pics in Discord and pics of like whatever else. We're doing a duck this year for Christmas dinner because our local butcher had duck, and we're like, yes, please. Yes, please. Got to get them protein crystals. I always thought they were salt, but I guess protein makes more sense. Okay, anyway, who's your butcher? Well, I'm in Salt Lake City, so we use Beltex Meats. I can type it in chat. They are very hipster. They work with only local farmers. They are doing a Christmas special where they have duck. They have, I want to say prime rib. They have some sort of beef. I think they have ham as well. You know, a lot of people do a Christmas ham. I wanted a goose because it's a very British thing. And Zelly, we just talked about this. I'm going to try and make Yorkshire pudding. I kind of want to make duck fat potatoes as well, but I want to try and do like a very British Christmas dinner. So I couldn't get goose, so I picked duck, which is like closer to goose than turkey or chicken. Not the same, but we're getting like a little bit closer. And duck fat potatoes are very good. I normally just go to Snyder Bros, but I've been looking for a better butcher. Nice. Beltex Meats is very small. It's near Liberty Park. Their shop is very small. They do make sandwiches. They do like a lunchtime sandwich with their cured meats. That's really good. They're my go-to for if I need blood or fat. If I want to make like a blood sausage or like need tallow for something, they have it in stock. You can also literally buy an entire cow from them butchered up if you have a giant freezer and want to just get like a whole animal butchered. And that you can put in like weird requests. Like if you want a particular piece of an animal for something, they're very accommodating for strange requests. I will say that they are quite pricey, particularly for things like lamb, which I'm just really sensitive to lamb because in England, it's like the cheapest cut of meat because it's lamb. They grow very quickly compared to a cow. And I believe their lamb is local when they have it, which is good because the lamb at Costco is shipped in from New Zealand, which is very bad for the planet. But it's very, very, very expensive. It's probably the most expensive thing they have. And I'm like, man, lamb should be cheap, but it's delicious. Apologies to vegetarians and vegans. I will say that not most of the time, I'd say 3 days a week we eat vegetarian because it's just not really good for the environment to eat meat. But I really like food. Okay. All right, let's wrap the stream up. Let's go raid someone. Let's see. Imperial is doing some art. That seems pretty cool. Let's go raid them. Let's see what they're up to. Oh, okay. If I don't see you because you're doing fun family stuff next week, Have a great Christmas Eve if you celebrate. If not, have some great time off work, hopefully. Fingers crossed that you get the time off. Otherwise, I will see you next week. And have a good holiday, everyone. Bye.